Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. The news footage that I'm going to show you is about it's two different stories that I'm going to talk about. One of them is a story of unfortunately another victim in New York at the hands of illegal migrants, and the second one is a story of a woman who is going viral, okay, on X and social media platforms with a very serious message that I myself, okay, have talked about along the lines of her story in a lot of my videos, okay, and I'm glad that somebody else has come out showing, like, basically putting out more proof of something that I have brought up, and I brought it up not too long ago on another one of my videos. I'd say about a week ago or something like that. So I just found it fitting to show that also. Very sad story, just like this one. Well, not just like this one, but they're both sad stories, I should say. Okay, but it's something where people need to wake up and realize that what's going on in America, okay, that there's no more saying it's gone too far. It just keeps going further and further every day. Okay, while the whole time the Democratic Party and people on the left keep gaslighting society and calling anybody that doesn't agree with them every name in the book, okay, and it's beyond me, and I keep saying it, and I will keep saying it. It is beyond me how people on the left can look at these two situations that I'm going to show you right now and still want to support the Democrat Party, and on top of that still making it seem as if people on the right or anybody that doesn't agree with all this are the enemy. Okay, I just find it totally it's despicable, and anybody that is for this is just as despicable. Okay, but before I continue, I just want to thank all my new subscribers and all my subscribers here on YouTube and on Rumble. So don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around, give it a thumbs up. All the likes and the messages have been helping the channel with YouTube pushing out my videos more. That's a good thing. I'm reaching those 4,000 hours, and I'm excited. So it's because of you guys sticking with the channel, and all of us being part of this movement. And I just want to see this channel grow, as well as all good channels grow. There's a lot of people out there putting out these dog whistle videos that I think it does a disservice. Okay, now I do make my mistakes from time to time, and I try to, you know, put notations and stuff like that. But like I said before, I'm here to spread awareness. Okay, and if it's going to hurt anybody, I don't care what you are, who you are, where you come from. If you're going to be spreading propaganda and ignoring the fact that innocent people are getting hurt, I'm going to keep spreading awareness on it. Plain and simple. So, with that being said, I'm going to play this news clip so you guys can hear the story of what happened, and I'll put my thoughts into it. Here we go.
There is stepped up pressure tonight for the city council to amend the sanctuary laws so that migrants who commit crimes can be deported.
It comes after the rape of a woman in Coney Island this weekend. Political reporter Marsha Kramer has the story.
For Mayor Adams, the issue is crystal clear.
People who are violent to New Yorkers should not be allowed to stay in our city.
The mayor calling on the city council to amend the sanctuary laws so that the NYPD can notify immigration and customs agents about violent crimes committed by migrants.
What we need to alter are those who are repeated violent offenders, after they serve their time, they should be able to be turned over to ICE to be removed from our city.
It comes in the wake of the arrest of 2 migrants charged with the rape of a 46-year-old woman in Coney Island. One of them, David Devon Bonilla, previously served time after pleading guilty to sexual assault at a city shelter last year.
He shouldn't have been allowed to stay in this country after the first sexual assault.
In June, Holden, along with Councilman Joe Borelli, introduced a bill to repeal New York's sanctuary status. Holden claims the city council won't bring the bill up for a vote because, in his words, it's just too woke.
They won't. I know they won't. Unless, again, like I said, something bad happens.
A spokesperson for City Council Speaker Adrian Adams insisted that, quote, city law allows for individuals convicted of violent or serious crimes to be held on immigration detainers with a judicial warrant from ICE. In the case regarding Mr. Davon Bonilla, the federal agency never took the necessary action to take Davon Bonilla into custody, despite him being held on Rikers for over 14 months. But it's not as simple as that. The mayor and law enforcement officials say they're not allowed to contact ICE agents to report crimes that have been committed. ICE Field Director Kenneth Ginallo spoke to our Jennifer Bisram last month.
If we're not cooperating and the sanctuary policies do not allow NYPD to cooperate with my staff, so then how are we able to keep the community safe?
We've got one guy here who committed 22 crimes. In 6 months, our cops are getting beaten up. We've got third world crimes happening.
Now, the Legal Aid Society condemned the mayor's call to roll back the sanctuary laws, saying it's xenophobic and that it serves to advance anti-immigrant sentiments that are already fueling division and animosity across the 5 boroughs. Christine.
Okay, so you guys heard everything that was just said. It's all despicable. It's disgusting. It's despicable. Where you have political officials in New York tying the hands of ICE agents, okay, which is the Democrats' MO that they do all the time. I mean, AOC ran on it. A lot of these politicians run on it where they're not going to call ICE whenever an illegal immigrant commits a crime. So now we have another victim, okay? Now they're saying that they won't repeal the sanctuary status from New York because, you know, one says it's too woke, the other one says that it's xenophobic, and those are the words that the left use all the time, okay? You're xenophobic, you're homophobic, you're Islamophobic, you're all this. So everybody is all that before, during, and after a crime is being committed or gets committed, but yet after the crime is committed, it's still not enough to go and protect the people of New York, Chicago, LA, wherever it's at in this country. Okay? You know, I find it hard to believe that Kathy Hochul is supposedly the governor of New York and that she, as a woman, does not put her foot down and work with Eric Adams, or both of them work together, or maybe it's all just a damn game. Maybe it's all a farce. Okay? And that's what I'm beginning to believe. That between them two and the powers that be, that it's all a farce, that they're at each other's throats, but they really don't want to do anything. They don't. You know? So now another woman, okay, has been raped. But this news feed is not telling you the whole story. Maybe they didn't get all the info, but they're not telling you the whole story because it is not as cut and dry as they're saying. The guy didn't just go and rape this woman, okay? And I'm going to show you the next news feed that goes into more detail of exactly what happened. Here we go.
In the shadows of all of the fun and action in Coney Island, a heinous crime taking place near the boardwalk. Police say this man, David Devon Bonilla, a 24-year-old migrant from Nicaragua, attacked a homeless woman Sunday night. Sources say he choked the woman, held a knife to her throat, threatened to kill her, then sexually assaulted her. The entire time, his friend, Lavando Moreno, a migrant from Mexico, acted as a lookout, according to police.
A violent situation like that, it's totally unacceptable. You know what I mean? Totally disrespectful.
Jerome Bosch is visiting Coney Island with a friend. Hearing about this makes him question everything.
It's dangerous out here, and for any woman to come out here and want to enjoy herself and feel unsafe, That ain't good.
It was around 9 p.m. The woman's boyfriend left her under the boardwalk to run a quick errand. When he returned, he saw the vicious attack on his girlfriend and tried to help. But police say Moreno attacked the boyfriend with a pipe. Bonilla has a history of sex crimes. Last year, police arrested him after he was accused of sexually assaulting a woman at a migrant shelter. He pleaded guilty to a lesser charge, spent a year on Rikers, and was released from jail in June.
Okay. So, why didn't the last news feed put all this information out? I have no idea. So, it wasn't just one man, it was 2 illegal migrants. Okay? That took part in this act. Not only did they take part in the act, they actually, you heard the boyfriend tried to jump in and save her, and the other one attacked him with a pipe. This man was arrested last year because he raped and sodomized, okay, another woman. They let him plead to a lower crime, okay, only gave him a year, and instead of them calling up ICE officials and say, come get both these motherfuckers out the country, no. Well, I shouldn't say both, because the second guy wasn't part of the last crime, but they still didn't get this man out the country. They just let him go out into the street, where he met up with another guy, and then they committed this crime. You know, this has gone beyond just, you know, like I said before, when people say, you know, all the time, this has gone too far. Every single day, it seems to keep getting worse and worse. I said it once, I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it till the grown-ups take over all over again. Trump was right. These countries have been letting go and letting their criminals come into our country. And it's not just happening here. You hear about these sexual assaults overseas also. Okay? Especially in the UK. And I don't know what demonic force there is that's plaguing our society, where all these high-ranking public officials are okay with crimes like this happening. But it just seems like, you know what? People who keep voting in these public officials, they really need to sit back and start understanding that, you know what? These criminals don't care who they hurt. They don't ask if you're Republican or Democrat, if you're straight or gay. They don't ask any of those questions when they attack women. They just commit their crimes. They don't care. You know, people keep saying that Trump is crazy, he's delusional, they're not letting out any criminals. Why is it that the crime rate in Venezuela has gone down? Oh, maybe because all their criminals are here? Why is it that the crime rate in El Salvador is down, that people from El Salvador are going back home to El Salvador? Oh, because the new elected president got the memo and said, you know what? We're building a supermax prison and we're sticking everybody that's a criminal in prison. One-way ticket. That's it. Why is it so hard for us in America? You keep talking about all these sanctuary cities. Where is the sanctuary for the victims? Where is it? Regardless if the woman was homeless, regardless if she was an American or she was a migrant, this guy didn't care. He raped a woman in a migrant shelter, and he went and raped another woman out in the street. Why? Why can't they get their shit right in New York? Because they don't want to. They keep passing the buck and pointing the finger. But if they're on the same team, why can't they all sit down and come up with solutions? Because they don't want to. That's just the bottom line. There's no other way of putting it. Okay? You know, I am so sick and tired of all the labels from people on the left. I am so sick and tired of so many people on social media bad-mouthing people on the right because they want security. Bad-mouthing their own whenever they get tired of all the bullshit and say, you know what, enough is enough. We want to change this. We don't want this anymore. And it's like you people sound so demented in the head when you attack others for having a major concern. I'm telling you, I just truly feel that there are so many demonic people walking around us in society. Because for the life of me personally, I don't care what part of the aisle you come from. Somebody commits a crime against you, it's still a crime. It doesn't matter where you come from. Why do certain people look at it in like they try to just make they try to put lipstick on that pig as if, you know what, don't worry about it, we're going to make it pretty. You cannot make sexual assault pretty. Okay, that is one of the most heinous crimes you could commit on a person. And yet the Democrats are fighting about taking away sanctuary city status. And they come up with the excuse, it's xenophobic, we can't do that. We know that migrants come from other countries and they set their bones in America. That's not the issue. That's always going to happen. But if you do not shut the border, take all these people and send them back, and if they truly want to come here, they will find a way to come here and do it the right way. If you do not take drastic actions like that, this is not going to stop. If you arrest them and let them out, it's not going to stop. Okay? Now, after the second time he committed a crime, now it hits the news. Here's the thing. Was he in the news last year when he raped that other girl at the shelter? Probably not. But he made the news now. It's insane what's going on. And for Eric Adams to come out time and time again saying, no, the crime is down and tourism is up and jobs are up, it's all bullshit. It's not real. It's not true. Because these stories keep coming out. You know, all they do is make people victims. Okay? Once again, this blood is on their hands. This blood is on Kamala Harris's hands, Joe Biden's hands, Eric Adams' hands, Kathy Hochul's hands, all the Democrats, all the rhino Republicans. This blood is on your hands all over again. This crime is on your head. Okay? Everyone involved that didn't do their job at the border, that let this man go, everybody, all you NGOs, all you social service workers, all you people that want all these illegals to come in, once again, this crime is on your heads. Once again. You know, it's a sickening thought when you know a lot of people in different states, and you know a lot of people, family and friends that you love and adore, that live in a lot of, it doesn't matter anymore, in all honesty, whether it's a blue state or a red state. It's a sickening thought that, you know what, that you have to think and say, you know, you pray for your family and friends that nothing will happen. It's a sick thought knowing that there are so many sick individuals out there, especially coming from other countries. Okay? That it makes you wonder, man, and you got to pray to God to watch over your family, your friends, and even people you don't know. It's beyond reasoning. There's no reason for this. There is no reason for this. But with that being said, we're going to move on to the next story, which is really going to piss off a lot of people also. When I seen it, it pissed me off because it's something that I've been talking about for the longest. But let's get to the next story. Here we go. This woman has been going viral on the internet in the past day or two, I believe. I got this off of X. I don't know if this is her handle at love_for_Leah2 or the person that put it out. I'm gonna minimize right here. Someone named Royce White put this out. You need to listen to this, and this is something that I've been saying in a lot of my videos when I talk about, especially when I was in Little Rock, Arkansas, how I seen so many illegals with brand new vehicles, all kinds of farm equipment, all kinds of stuff. Okay, and I found it fitting to put this in, because when I seen it, I was like, you know what? The Democrats are worried so much about helping illegals, and yet illegals are committing crimes against Americans and even their own kind, and yet the Democrats are still leaving Americans once again last through security, through the economy, I mean, in every aspect of our lives. Listen to this woman's story, and I'll put my thoughts into it. Here we go.
I need this message to go out to our vice president, who's running for president. I have heard all over social media about, excuse me if I say anything wrong, immigrants getting loans, money.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it real quick. The only drawback I have from this woman, and believe me, I feel totally sorry for her and nothing but sympathy for her. My only advice is that stop apologizing for thinking the way she just said, I'm sorry for, the way she's wording it. No, do not feel sorry. You are doing nothing wrong. And it's obvious that you have nothing against other human beings. But this, using words like that is part of the Democrat playbook. They want to submit you into feeling guilty. Okay? And this is why they keep pulling the shit that they keep pulling on Americans. I just want to say that. I have nothing but sympathy for this woman. I pray everything goes good for her. I'm just saying that stop feeling sorry. No, you didn't do this. Okay? Now, some people may say, well, maybe she voted for it. It doesn't matter. Okay? Because had anybody that voted for this knew what the Democrats were going to pull, trust me, they would not have voted Democrat. But let's continue.
It was hard for me to believe. It was just extremely hard for me to believe.
Let me go back just a little bit, folks. I'm sorry.
Getting loans, money. It was hard for me to believe. It was just extremely hard for me to believe. I've been in business such a long time. Back in 2019, I purchased my first food truck. It cost me over $25,000. I paid it cash money. I worked hard to pay for this truck. I'm now selling it because I'm doing other things, but I'm selling it. I had a guy come to look at purchasing my vehicle, or my food truck, and he explained to me he's an illegal immigrant. He has no credit. He has no money in the bank. But he showed me his paperwork that he will receive funds to purchase my food truck. I'm thankful that he's buying it, but I'm hurt that I worked so hard to pay cash for my food truck. I have good credit. Can't even get a business loan because of the color of my skin.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there real quick. And I just want to, if she ever watches my video, I want to reach out. It's not because of the color of your skin, sweetheart, trust me. Okay, I've tried getting loans, nothing. Okay, I've tried the advertising, try to show what my worth was with doing the work that I do. You can't get it. It's not because of the color of your skin. It's because you're American. That's why. Okay? I mean, I know so many people, different races, that have tried to get loans from the bank so like that they can start small on a business, whether be it a t-shirt business, it doesn't matter what it is. And it is just so hard from the government. And it's funny because right now it's easier for you to start an online business with companies that are coming out letting people for a few dollars open up online businesses, but they're separate entities. They're just smaller companies that are doing it, whereas the American government, especially when it's a Democrat, okay, in the White House, they don't want to help Americans. And unless you fit a certain agenda that they're trying to push, they won't give you money. They won't do anything. They want you to suffer. They'll promise you it, but you'll never get it. But let's continue.
I have veterans in my family. I'm a veteran. I've been self-employed for so long. But somebody, please tell me, how do I work so hard to have somebody who comes to this country, not long, no credit, and he shows me paperwork where they'll be funding him money to buy my food truck. And when I talked to the bank, they told me usually they have to go straight to a dealership because I'm a private sale.
Did you hear that? You know, I've said it in many of my videos, in my earlier videos last year, that you see a lot of illegals in Little Rock with these brand new trucks, man, brand new vehicles, brand new farming equipment. I'm talking backhoes, I'm talking cherry pickers, I'm talking anything to do landscaping. You see them with these big ass trucks, these dualies. They got their business name on the side. I mean, they got work vans, they got work trucks, and they can't speak a lick of English. They're doing roofing work, they're doing landscaping work, they're doing framing, building framing. And it's in Florida, it's in Arkansas, it's everywhere. And it's like, how do they get this money when they're coming from a country broke? Because the billions upon billions upon billions of dollars, okay, that the federal government and the local governments are putting together to house these migrants and feed these migrants, do you actually think it costs billions of dollars to house them and feed them? No. It costs billions of dollars because of all the heavy incentives they're giving them. Do you think that look at New York. There are so many guys in New York on the ground that have been showing all the migrants with all their scooters lined up. That costs money. If they have no jobs and they're looking for jobs, how did they get the money for those scooters? You know, you have all these blue states that give these migrants, they want to give them driver's licenses. Okay, you give them a driver's license. But they say, we're giving them a driver's license so like that they can get a vehicle and find work. Okay, so if you give them a driver's license, but they have no vehicle, who's giving them the money for the vehicle so they could go find work? There you go. You know? My thing is, I have many questions, and everybody should question this. Who are the car dealerships that are taking these stipends? How much money exactly is being swapped? Because this whole thing just sounds like a freaking giant money laundering scheme. She says she paid $25,000 for her food truck. Hopefully she'll get a little more. That illegal immigrant is going to come with a piece of paper. You heard it. She went to the bank. The bank said they make exceptions, even though he's supposed to go to a car dealership. But in cases like this, they'll make an exception. What is the bank's cut? So it's safe to say that, you know what, that $25,000, if that's the price he's going to pay, it's probably $50,000 when it's all said and done. I've been talking about this for the longest. Now I got my answer. I mean, I pretty much had an answer that, you know what, obviously the government is giving them money, but in what form? She's saying is in paperwork that they're giving them where they can just go and go to car dealerships and say, here, okay, what do you want? I want that one right there. Okay, thank you. And we already know what the car industry is like right now for used vehicles. It's gone through the roof. Okay? Never mind brand new vehicles from the car dealership. How much money exactly is the federal government giving all these illegals so they couldn't just go? And this poor woman had to work her ass off. You know how hard it is for an average person, a blue-collar worker person, to pay their bills, to take care of normal everyday life of their bills and money and all that, and to put money to the side to have to accumulate $25,000? Let's continue.
But for special circumstances, they're going to, they allow it. But I need my president to tell me why I worked so hard all these years, all these decades. Couldn't get a business loan, but I bust my ass to get the money to create my business. And we got immigrants coming here. And they're getting money. Money! We're doing nothing but just being here. It's not right, and I want answers.
I'll leave it at that. And it's the truth. You know, I put a video out about a week ago or something like that, where they've been finding out that, these illegals, they're getting thousands of dollars in food stamps, they're getting thousands of dollars in cash on those food stamp cards. Eric Adams, said that they were giving them, these cards where they can go and buy the food that they like. It's all a farce. Okay? Under the guise of, well, it's putting money back into the community. No, that's not how you do it. You don't take from your neighbor and leave your neighbor hungry, okay, to go give it to somebody else that just arrived. That's not how you do it. And every single time somebody has something to say about it, the first thing out their mouths is, oh, where's your humanity? No, where is your humanity? That you can do this to everyday folk that are breaking their ass. Okay? I mean, it's ridiculous. It is totally ridiculous, and they keep coming out and saying, oh, that their prices are going down and wages are going up. Bullshit. I went to Dollar General today, okay? And I'll go there when I need certain household items, like dishwashing liquid, whatever it is, just the small stuff, $1 here, $1 there. I've been doing that, for God knows how long, even before any of all this chaos, okay? I used to get, the 12-ounce or 16-ounce bottle of Dawn for $1, okay? Now it's $1.35, and it's only 6 ounces. But yet, the government's giving illegal immigrants, okay, a piece of paper, a stipend, to say, well, you're going to need a vehicle. Just go to any car dealership. They'll take it. I'd like to know which car dealerships are, so this is not something that just started. It's just that this woman is the first one, which is so ironic. Okay, it makes me wonder how many more people have dealt with this and kept their mouths shut. Okay, or maybe this is the one-off that we all needed to hear because it's been happening for so long. So I'd like to know which car dealerships are in cahoots with the federal government, that they're taking our taxpayer money, okay, and just without any care in the world, pocketing all that money and being part of these dealings, man. Shame on you. You know how hard it is for you to go with your own money to a car dealership and try to get a good deal? I'm sure many of you have tried. They try to run you through the ringer to get every penny they can. Now they just all nonchalantly, Uncle Sam's going to give me that cash. And it's not that this woman is a victim, because she said that, that she'll, get some money, she'll get her money out of it, but her gripe is, her grievance is, and rightly so, that she has tried so hard, and being a veteran, to get loans to start her business, and she couldn't. She had to break her ass and save all that money, which is fine. I mean, that's what we do in America. But it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame that these Democrats talk so much about small businesses and helping out the entrepreneurs and helping out the black community and this and that and that and this and the Latino community and everyday Americans. And yet, this woman had to be confronted by an illegal immigrant that wants to buy a food truck from her so he can achieve the American dream, and it's all free. It's all free. This whole thing about these Democrats talking about that, why they just come in here for the American dream. No, they're not. After watching this video, I'd have to say 10% are coming for the American dream. The other 90% are coming just to run the system. Because, I mean, in all honesty, who wouldn't do this? Think about it. Who wouldn't do something like this? If governments around the world came out and said that any Americans could go anywhere and they're going to give you a free house, free food, free vehicle, and a job, who wouldn't do it? And then, just to throw this in, I think it was in Hungary, okay? Hungary or, yeah, I think it was Hungary. If I'm wrong, just leave it in the comments. There was one of their president or something like that said they'll let migrants in, but they only have 5 years to learn the language, learn the culture, assimilate, but they will get no handouts, they get no room and board, they get no food, they get nothing from the government. They have to do it on their own. And a lot of people said that was inhumane. And he said, no, it wasn't. He says because more migrants that want all those free handouts wind up leaving. The few that stay end up being productive citizens. Everybody can take that any which way they want, but it's working. No crime, no criminals, okay? Whereas in New York, a guy rapes another illegal migrant, they give him a year, they let him out, rapes another victim out in the street, okay, with an accomplice, and different police agencies got their hands tied, and they don't want to cut sanctuary city status because it's xenophobic. Where's this woman's, where's her American dream? I mean, she did it on her own, granted, but I understand her grievance. And millions of other people in this country, millions of other tens of millions of Americans over the decades know this grievance. So many people had a dream. They never had the money because the government would not help them. But they'll go and they'll help somebody else They came here illegally and put nothing into the coffers. And now, that's why they were all out there owning their own businesses, owning expensive vehicles. Okay? I think they even said in California they're giving illegals houses or something like that, or making it way easier than Americans to get houses. I mean, it's insane. And all the Democrats could do is keep putting out this information online all over the news that the Republicans are losing, that their base is growing. Really? Your base is growing? Huh. No, I don't think so. Especially after this video going viral. It's horrible, people. It is truly horrible. It really is. But anyway, that's what I got for you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. And if you can help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and my merch store, TrueOutlawPatriot.com. And also I'm leaving the links in the description for the Give, Send, Go and the GoFundMe campaigns for my friend Josie and Loza Alexander. If you can help them out or leave prayers on their campaign pages, every little bit helps. So remember, people, stay vigilant. Keep praying for each other, keep praying for the women and the children, keep praying for this country and your enemies, and pray for Donald Trump. And do not, okay, do not let anybody stray you away from going out there and vote, okay? Because something tells me there's something on the horizon where they're going to try to lock it down again, if you catch my meaning. Peace.